The world is changing, and with it, the way we think about marketing. The digital era has brought about the rise of the consumer. No longer do people buy things because they need them, but because they want them. And this means that the role of the marketer has changed, too. In the past, marketing was all about creating demand for products and services. Now, marketers have to create demand for themselves. In order to do so, they have to change their approach. Rather than focusing on how consumers will react to their product or service, they have to focus on what consumers want. This shift in thinking can be difficult, especially when you're used to working with data, numbers, and other forms of hard evidence. But if you can get past that, you'll find that the process of marketing isn't as complicated as it seems. What consumers want? For one thing, they want to feel heard. They want to know that you're listening to them. If you can tell them what you're going to do, and then actually do it, you'll win their loyalty. For another thing, they want to be understood. You don't have to know everything there is to know about your product or service in order to make an impact. Just being able to explain what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what benefits it will bring will go a long way toward making people interested. How to create demand. So how do you create demand? Well, you start by making sure that you're giving people something that they want. Then you use that information to help you come up with a plan for reaching out to them. Once you've done that, you have to execute your plan. This means that you have to make sure that you're communicating with your customers regularly, that you're keeping track of what they're saying, and that you're adjusting your strategy accordingly. You have to be willing to try new things, too. One of the best ways to do this is by experimenting with different forms of marketing. If you're not willing to try something new, you're going to find yourself stuck in the same old patterns. Instead, you should look at every situation as an opportunity to test new ideas and see what works and what doesn't. Great campaigns. Once you've identified the people who want to hear from you, the next step is to come up with a great campaign. This might mean that you need to send them an email. It might mean that you need to set up a blog. It might even mean that you need to put together a video. Whatever it is, though, you need to do it well. You have to make sure that it's clear and concise, that it's interesting, and that it gives people exactly what they want. If you do all of these things, you're going to find that you're more likely to create demand. And once you do that, you're going to find your business growing.